Welcome to the Japan Game Junk podcast. I'm so happy and thankful that you're here. Shadow War of Succession, as read on December 16th, 2025. Shadow War of Succession, known in Japan as Shadow Warriors, is a 1994 fighting video game developed and published by Tribeca Digital Studios for 3DO. Gameplay: Shadow War of Succession is a fighting game that uses digitized characters. Plot: the central story revolves around the death of Kincaid Storm, the chairman of Storm International. Unbeknownst to the public, Kincaid was also the leader of Shadow, a global crime syndicate under the title of Shadow King. With his death, some of his lieutenants and other individuals see a chance to gain power and fight each other to become the next leader of Shadow. The player must choose one of these combatants and triumph over the others. After defeating the other fighters, the player's character goes to the Storm Building, the headquarters of Storm International and Shadow, to become the next leader of the syndicate. However, they find the building in ruins and a cyborg of Kincaid, who survived the attempt on his life, waiting for them. After defeating the reborn Shadow King, the ending for the player's chosen character plays out, and the game ends. Development and release. This section has nothing written in it. Reception and legacy. Shadow War of Succession garnered an extremely negative reception. Journalists of the release era universally panned every aspect of the game, including its scenario, selection of fighters, gameplay, sound design, and the quality and animation of its digitized sprites. 3DO magazine editor Mark Wynn concluded, 3 minutes of play should guarantee Shadow's swift exit from your 3DO player, forever banished. A definite set of instructions on how not to write a video game. Next Generation stated, use the disc as a coaster for your coffee mug. You'll get more use out of it and enjoy it more. Video Games warned, do not buy this game under any circumstances, no matter how desperate you are to try out a new fighting game for your 3DO. You can thank me later for saving you $60. Ultimate Future Games voiced similar complaints as other magazines, but did praise the introduction sequence for featuring a very nicely rendered chopper. Several publications heavily preferred Naughty Dog's Way of the Warrior, another critically maligned 3DO fighting game. Video Games listed Shadow among the 10 worst game releases from 1994. Flux listed as the 10th worst game of all time in 1995, while Electronic Gaming Monthly listed it as the 3rd worst game of all time in 1997. Journalist and author Stephen L. Kent considered it the 2nd worst game of all time. Retrospectives have considered Shadow as a low-quality clone of popular Mortal Kombat series from Midway Games. Jason Russell of What Culture ranked it as the 4th worst Mortal Kombat ripoff, recounting the 1994 gaming media's note of its nearly broken gameplay mechanics. Evan Hopkins of Comic Book Resources named it among 15 bad Mortal Kombat ripoffs, labeling the game ugly, sloppy, and downright unplayable, and summarizing, you'd probably better a spin ripping over having to spend 30 seconds with this busted Mortal Kombat clone. Internet video game critic James Rolfe called the game the worst of the Mortal Kombat clones, in particular highlighting the controls, gameplay, and the lack of fatalities despite the presence of in-game prompts for them. Writing about Mortal Kombat clones, Hardcore Gaming 101 contributor Robert E. Nator largely faulted the rapid speed of the fights in Shadow, requiring the player to simply spam special attacks, so the computer AI has no way to react. And that is what is listed here in the Wikipedia article, which indeed did have a few errors in writing, but overall, I like to play the game. I know it's terrible, but it's funny and fun to watch happen. And you can watch me do it in my video for it, and you'll see that, in fact, I do have 2 copies. One is the North American copy, one is the Japanese copy, still sealed in its packaging, forever to remain sealed, this piece of important gaming history, sealed forever. Oh, I do love a nice, sealed classic game. Thanks so much for listening. Hope that you're having a good time there. Don't forget to click the link in the description to watch the video as mentioned, and yeah, you're a wonderful person. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.